prospecting, and now we're going to do the marketing. And that is, whoop, didn't mean to do that. Bring my video back on. Okay, we've got 7 people waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Let's get them going. Come on board. Tamisha. Okay, Lucia's coming on. Claire's here. Herc, Olivia, Tamisha, Connor, Celia. Oh, good morning, good people. Awesome.
We did forget to check.
Good morning.
I need that, and I also have it in my PowerPoint today, so, but if you can get those QR code,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, now, while I do that, Anna and Wyatt, have you introduced yourselves to everybody yet in class?
Not in class.
Okay, so let's do that here in just a second. I put you on the spot. Welcome to class with Kristen. Let's get this screen. We got a cast. See if I remember how to do all this. You know, in Australia and New Zealand, you drive on the left-hand side of the road.
Yeah.
So coming back home, it was a lot easier to get in the car and do it, but it's different. My husband did great. I had to do it because I had to take the car one day and head one direction, and he went fishing and I went horseback riding. It was interesting. I held my breath quite a few times. I'm like, ah! They do a lot of roundabouts, a lot of roundabouts. Yeah, it's just roundabouts. Not normally, you can't. And so you can't even turn left on red unless there's a certain sign that says it's okay to do so. So, okay, we've got that. Let's get our Legion presentation. Let me share screen. And then we will get hopping. But as we do that, let's do some introductions. So Anna and Wyatt, I'm going to have you guys actually come up here for the people at home to be able to see you. Because here's my camera right here. Wyatt, why don't you come up first? Introduce yourself. What have you done previous to real estate? And just a little bit about you.
Hey guys, I'm Wyatt. So previously I've been investing in real estate for about a year now, and we've done some lease option agreement deals or rent to own. Besides that, I was a personal trainer. The reason I moved to Kansas City from Joplin, Missouri was I became a personal trainer at Cheese Fit, did it for about a year and a half, and then I got into real estate investing. So that's kind of my story.
Okay, thank you. Anna, come on up. She's like, oh my goodness. Yes, you're right there.
Hi, I'm Anna. Previously I cleaned commercial buildings.
You have your own business?
I have
So
this
you're a business owner.
small franchise
Yeah.
business owner. I kind of got onto real estate because my boyfriend's family does it. So it's like they kind of, pushed me into real estate, and I was
Highly encouraged.
I'm not as outgoing as everybody yet, but
Okay.
I'm learning as I go.
Can I tell you something, Anna? You don't have to have the most outgoing personality for real estate. What's beautiful about real estate is you will work with people who will be similar to you. So people who I might scare off because I can be loud and crazy, they may be more comfortable with you. So being an introvert or an extrovert has nothing to do with your success in real estate. It really has to do with your work ethic to your success in real estate. So
Thank you.
you do not have to change. That's the thing about real estate that I love is you get to be you and the more authentic you are in this business, I believe the better you will do. I see Jamie coming on. Hi. Hi, Jamie, how are you? Come on in. Okay, so. Okay, I've got Jaden waiting in the wings. Sorry, Jaden. If you guys see somebody waiting online, either here in class or online, will you please let a gal know? Because once I get going, I may not see that and I don't want to leave someone in the waiting room. So I need and request your help in that. So if you do that, that would be great. I think I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough battery at least for now. So last week it was about prospecting. What can you tell me about prospecting? What'd you learn last week? What'd you learn about prospecting? What is prospecting? Give me an example of prospecting.
Where you're actively.
Open house, actively getting leads, they're coming to you, right? But you've made an event happen, right? So those are your active lead generation activities in which you're out there seeking people, right? Prospecting will always need to be the meat of your business to get business. Make sense? Marketing is to complement that. You should be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Why do you think it shouldn't be flipped? Any thoughts on that? Why do you think that we say it should be prospecting should be the main focus and marketing should enhance? Is anybody, Jamie? Yeah, Elena.
Have less control.
Less control. Yeah, yes and yes. Alice.
I mean, I've been trying some marketing, been a little shy about the, door knocking and phone calling. There's no one to market to, so I gotta get out there and do it or else.
Yeah, yeah. So the prospecting is you going out to people. Marketing is where you're hoping to draw them to you. And that's why they go together. If you do a lot, and for those of you who are like, I don't know how to get this started, I don't know what, marketing can be the reason that you follow up. Sending that email, sending that postcard, making that social media post can be the reason that you follow up to see, did they see it? Do they have questions? Do they have a need? So it can be a great entree into a conversation. Like our investing seminar, we have 15 agent hosts signed up. If you don't know about our seminars, I sponsor for the office 4 seminars a year. Home buying, home selling, downsizing, and investing. And Wyatt, from what I just learned about you, you should be all over this investing seminar. It is a reason for you to give something of value and to already look like an experienced agent because you're inviting people to where they can learn something. And we get a panel, I moderate, I provide you with all the marketing tools, and I'm seeing many of you posting. I see many of you posting about the seminar, which is awesome. But this is a great opportunity for you to offer something that 80%, maybe 80 to 90% of other agents don't ever offer. Don't ever offer. And it costs you like nothing except the marketing of it. Okay. So that's why we're gonna get into marketing mastery today, because it's so important. But before I do, for the online people, I know here in the classroom, you were able to do the check-in, but here for you all, online, I want you, can you hear me okay at home on Zoom? I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, but
Yes.
thank you, Lucelia. Appreciate that. So make sure you are checking in so that we know that you've attended class. This is important because part of what's important here is the learning. And learning is on you all. It is not a coach's job to teach you everything from start to finish. It's your job to attend all the trainings, to absorb everything. And there's so much more learning on Digital Chalk. And if you haven't been on Digital Chalk yet, you need to get there. And you can go back and rewatch everything. So what we do here live is recorded and then uploaded onto Digital Chalk. And there's already quite a library on there for you. So make sure that you're checking in, because I'm gonna be honest, we as coaches, you know how we know who's gonna succeed and who isn't? Who's jumping in and doing the work. And it's not just the training. While I want you to get all trained up, if you don't go out and do any activities, it's kind of like the marketing and prospecting. They work best together, and that will lead you to success. With learning and real estate activities, they have to go hand in hand. If you get really smart about real estate and never do anything, you're going to be very poor. You'll be smart, but poor. And that's not the objective here. The objective here is to get you smart about real estate and hit your financial goals, because everybody's is different, and that's okay. We don't have to have the same financial goals when we get into real estate. But it is the activities and the learning. That's how we know if you're on the path to success. If you're just kind of dipping your toe in and learning, but not doing any activities, then I know you're not on that path yet. And the more you put it off, the activities, the longer it's going to take you to make money. And I know it feels like Alice was just saying, it feels that door knocking, that phone calling, that all that really proactive sticky stuff. It's not necessarily comfortable, right? But it's finding the activities you will go do, okay? So let's dive in. And this will be, not only will we be on this topic today, but on Thursday also. So if you did not get a chance, because I uploaded late last night, so it's my fault, but coming back, I thought I only needed like a day or so to recover from jet lag. My body said something else. Sunday night, there was no sleeping going on. My body was like, I don't know what time it is. I don't know what you want to go to sleep? Ooh, Alice.
Actually, this morning, this episode, the 100 report takes the most recent episode of the MRNA podcast.
Yes.
And it's, a team that did $20 million in volume in 8 weeks. And it just sets out like a good little challenge for yourself. Where it's got an accountability partner where they broke down some of the prospecting to be a little more, it seems more achievable.
Doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it is. That is about finding your rhythm, your flow, and what you will go do, and then just go do it and do a lot of it. Do a lot of it. So I love that. If you want to enhance the learning that you're going to get through launch, then the MREA podcast, the Millionaire Real Estate Podcast, go on to your podcast, onto your app and look for that. And then also join every morning. It's on my weekly calendar. Every morning at 7 a.m., James Shaw and Pivot Shift Ahead is the, yes, it's James Shaw this week. And he is like, I'm a huge fan of James Shaw. He's been my bold coach before. I've had him, he's taught the shift class in Kansas City twice. He's a Keller Williams agent who's a master instructor for KW. And he also during COVID started Pivot Shift Ahead because we didn't know what was going to happen and we needed community and we were all stuck at home. That's when I got to meet Megan, was during the pandemic. And we, for those of you on Zoom, we were all on Zoom. It's all we did every day. And that's when Pivot Shift Ahead. Pivot Shift Ahead, it is either you can watch live on the Facebook page, Pivot Shift Ahead, or you can sign up for the Zoom call. It's only 20 minutes. It is absolutely the best 20 minutes you can spend in the morning to get your head right and in a positive direction about real estate. They are not about whiners. They're not about complaining. They're about seeking solutions in tough markets or easy markets. And you're going to hear what I love about this community more than anything is how inclusive it is. And when I mean inclusive, I mean even millionaire real estate agents to those of you like Wyatt who just started. They don't exclude or dominate. He has regulated this audience and this community in a way that everybody feels like they're part of this community. It is the most positive way you can start your day in real estate. I listen to it every morning, and I'm usually listening, not watching, because I'm getting ready. It is recorded and it is on the Facebook page, so you can go back and listen to it or watch it. If I don't catch it in the morning, then I'll listen to it in my car while I'm driving. So those learning opportunities are important. Today, or this week, what we're focusing on is marketing fundamentals. Do any of you have a background in marketing? No? No? How about those of you online? Anybody have a background in marketing? Well, guess what? One of your job titles is president of marketing of your real estate company. And it is an exceedingly important title. And if it's nothing you've ever done or embraced or have much clue about, guess what? You got to learn it. You've got to do it. You've got to be effective at it. So be curious. And there's not one thing that works beautifully. I wish I could tell you, Ellie, all you have to do is social media ads and you will just blow it out of the water. Well, for some agents, that's worked beautifully. And for many, it hasn't. So there's not just one secret sauce. You got to find the one that's best matched for you. Make sense? So here's where I want you to be careful in marketing. You're going to see, because it is human nature for us to compare ourselves to others, is it not? How'd they do that? Especially in real estate. I'd see somebody getting all this business. I'd be like, how did they do that? How do they have business? I've been working my off. How come they have all this business? What am I doing wrong? Well, there were learning moments from seeing what other people were doing. But I also had to learn the hard way that what one person did to succeed may not be my path to success. Does that make sense? So if somebody says, I do just this, and you're like, I gotta go do this, especially with social media. If you're not already social media savvy and in it pretty heavy, then maybe making that your main focus may not be the place to be. Kyle Talbot here in our office, Franny Knight here in our office have built their business on social media. Franny was the pioneer in Kansas City. She's the GOAT of all agents in Kansas City in social media. She is the GOAT and she's part of our office. Kyle Talbot with scenes from Kansas City. What is this new? Well, he's got two social media accounts now. One's more just Kansas City focused and one is Kansas City and Holmes. So again, let's take a look at this and talk about the fundamentals because, and can I just tell you how fabulous and how easy you guys have it for marketing? Why do you think I say that? I've been doing this 20 plus years. And is online expensive? As a new agent, I had to spend money to do mailings, to do printings, to be in a newspaper, to be in a magazine. People did TV, they did radio. You guys don't have to spend that crazy money that we spent. That's a gift. Learn that gift because it is a true gift that you all have. So understanding how it supports prospecting, that leads to success. Brand development. Did you all do your unique value proposition? If I ran around the room, would you be able to tell me yours? Okay, okay. Okay, so that exercise, that class was not just an exercise. You need to take that so seriously that you have to create your unique value proposition. And you're probably thinking, but I'm brand new and I don't know what I'm doing, right? Is that kind of what's going in your head? I don't know how I speak. How do I speak to my value in real estate? Well, you all come from a background of something. You've been good and successful in something. Anna, I think of you right off and you have a small business. You're a small business owner. You've got to look at those strengths and what you're good at, and you're just going to bring that forward and speak about it in real estate. So what I tell people is while you're new and you're green about a lot of stuff, lead with what you already have in your pocket. If you're great at organization, if you're great at problem solving, if you've been a project manager, if you're good with numbers, lead with those things. Ellie has small business owner. Lead with those things. Alice.
I was just gonna mention a girl on TikTok, Tampa_Bree. She kind of has a hilarious marketing approach. I've been seeing this guy that does his house tours and he sprints through the house.
He runs through.
Waiting for someone to like do a house tour, and it's their dog that leads the house tour or something, like a little chihuahua or something.
Somebody does it in a dinosaur costume. They've done that.
Don't. They never is. No. Interesting, you doing something new, it's gonna be a different group of people. Yes.
And this is what's fun. What I loved about real estate. How many of you have worked jobs and you had to tote the company line? And did it always feel good? My last corporate job, they asked me to do stuff I didn't feel so good about. It wasn't illegal, wasn't immoral, but it was pushing the boundaries of what was good business. I didn't feel good about it. Got into real estate and thought, I get to have a business in which I get to create how it looks and feels. So it matches what I want to do in the business world and not somebody else. And that's what brand development is about. If you're known as an outdoorsy person, I wish Jody was here or wish she was online. He loves skydiving. And one of his recent marketing pieces was a picture of him skydiving and tying that to real estate. Cool, right? And it was him. So I want you searching. That's why that unique value proposition is so exceedingly important to you being able to say, Jamie, and what's going to be different about working with you? You don't have to be like so different from everybody else, but you need to articulate that when you work with me, this is the type of experience you're going to have because of these skills or strengths that I already possess. And then as you accomplish more in real estate, then you'll have more to add to that list of what you bring to the table. Does that make sense? I want you focusing on you and your strengths and not be looking over your shoulder at everybody else and what they're doing and what they're bringing to the table. Again, you can learn things, but you get to bring you into the business. And I hope that excites you. That's what excited me. So creating a memorable brand identity that resonates with your target market. And also, can I tell you now, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Like I was saying to Anna, her being more quiet, Anna all day long, people who are like you are going to flock to you because you're going to make them feel comfortable and safe. I get to be too much sometimes for that. I've even had people say, you scare me a little because I have a lot of passion, a lot of energy. Sometimes it's like coming at you. So that's where you being you and figuring out how that works here in real estate. I want you to have fun with that. Alice, I see you on social media and what you're doing. You guys, I stalk you. Yeah, I'm paying attention. I had one agent here in the office last year say to me, you like more of my posts than my mother. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm seeing what you're doing because I get excited to see the different things. Claire, you do great things on there. And that pumpkin is amazing, Claire. She grew it. My pumpkins were this big.
I was so proud. I thought I was gonna fall off.
So proud. Yeah, it's like being a parent when you grow those things.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but I see Claire's social media and what she's doing and getting out there in front of people. So that brand development, so don't underestimate that exercise of your unique value proposition. Just think, oh, I did the class. I don't have to finish the assignment. No, really, it's part of your business building. Everything we're having you do is about building business. It's not busy work. Now, there may be parts of it that you're learning. You think, I don't think that's something I'm going to focus on. That's okay. We're still going to expose you to it because you don't know yet what you don't know and what you might want to add to your business. Marketing channels, exploring traditional and digital marketing methods, including social media strategies. That's why we're going to talk about that because it can be such an amazing tool, but it's not the only tool. So again, I'll never forget, we had in the office an elderly couple that had been in real estate for a while. And the wife kept saying to the husband, you need to be on social media. We need to be on social media. We got to be, so they could barely turn on the computer. God love them. And I said, no, you don't. First watch across the street of where your peeps are. They're having coffee this morning. You go there. They're not on social media. Don't go somewhere where your people aren't. Does that make sense? So yes, you can do those activities, but it may be spinning your wheels. And here is probably one of the most important things that I can focus on and emphasize is systematic approach. There are two words that will lead to your success, and they are the magic words. So write these down. Consistency and persistence. Consistency and persistence. If those are not strong suits for you now, you're going to have to develop that muscle, those muscles. Because where most agents fall down, tumble down the hill, fall in the ditch, is by not being consistent. What I see is, especially when you're new, you come out of the gate, those first 90 days, you're just like, yeah, just run and do. And then all of a sudden you pull back. You're like, and you're not consistent. Or you do a little here, you do a little there. Good morning, Jeffrey. Do a little here, do a little there. And you're not consistent. Marketing doesn't work unless you're consistent. Don't be under the illusion that you can make one social media post and get some reaction to it and that's good. That lasts, you know, that feeling, that connection in people's head lasts like seconds. Seconds. How many times there is marketing strategy or marketing belief. How many times does somebody have to see a brand, a service, a product before they start recognizing it? It's taught in marketing classes and programs. How many times does an individual, on average, have to see something before they start to, or hear it, before they start to recognize it?
7.
Who said that?
Me.
Hold
7.
on. Who was that?
Jaden.
Jaden. How many times did you say?
7.
7. So I'll give you an example. You guys are going to see my marketing, my announcement strategy in digital chalk. You're going to think, oh, I'm going to do a social media post and that's going to highlight. That's going to tell everybody I'm in real estate. I'm good. I did my announcement. Well, my announcement strategy has 7 steps to it. Because marketing principles say it takes a minimum of 7 times of repeating in different ways before it has impact on anybody's brain. You know what marketing and advertising really is? What is it?
Condition.
Conditioning, brainwashing. They just put a nicer name to it. Propaganda, right? It's not bad, because we think brainwashing and propaganda has a negative conditioning, have negative connotations to them. But that's what it is. Let's be real. You have to brainwash people so they start thinking of you in real estate, because you know what? You're here and real estate is here in the minds of everyone who know you. Because they know you in a different context. So however you met them, if it was at a job, if it was you went to school with them, is it they were your neighbors or their relative, that's how they know you and that's their association of you. So it's your job, because remember, what's your new title? No, what's your new title that we talked about today? Yeah, president of marketing, CEO of marketing. I don't give your whatever you want to say, director of marketing, whatever title. Hey, you get to choose the titles. You choose your titles. But that's your job. Your job is to pound that into them. And what you think is too much, I will probably tell you is not enough. You think, oh my God, I can't touch someone 3 times a month. That'll make them crazy. Well, open up your email and tell me in your personal email, how many companies send you at least 1 email a day, marketing email? But then you just unsubscribe.
The one a day, but they still find a way to.
And why do you think, so they used to send you catalogs, and I love catalogs. Kind of my guilty pleasure just to go through a catalog. Used to be, I barely get any. Because they're expensive. I get it. But there are some companies who would send me, well, I'll tell you, I do Viking, we've done Viking cruises and riverboats, my husband and I, and I can get 3 of their catalogs in 1 day. Now, they know people don't travel every week. Well, there are some people, we did meet some people that like do it every, I'm like, oh God, in my dreams. And the lottery. But they're doing it because they know that now might not be the moment, but if they stop, they might not be in front of you the moment that you're thinking about that travel, about that trip.
That's how you have to think. If I'm not consistent and systematic about telling people about real estate, it's not just about, here's where you have to be careful. It's not about you saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's you being, I've got value, I've got information. I know something, I can help. Again, that investing seminar that's coming up. October 14th. We already have 8 guests signed up. Which is great. That's pretty good this far in advance, but that tells me how much promoting you all have been doing. And then an integration strategy, building your personalized marketing action plan that supports this. So you got to have a plan with this. You can't say, oh, I'll just do this, or just a little that. Running a business means you have to have a plan. That's why we have you do goal setting. In October, coming up, David's you're gonna hear a lot starting this week. You're gonna hear a lot about David's business planning clinics. He's gonna do them a little differently this year, and I'm very excited about it. He's gonna do a special one just for new agents. Yeah. And then he'll do one for teams and then individual agents. And that business planning clinic is getting you ready for 2026. And the reason we do it in October is because what you touch today, you see the results of in 90 days. Now, it's not always a direct correlation, but the effort and the activity that you put in now, you see the results of. In real estate, do you guys understand? You're not gonna like make money tomorrow. Unless you've been out sowing a lot of seeds. Ashley's been sowing a lot of seeds. You have. And congratulations for being our Be Bold contest winner. Oh, she put in the work. It was close. I was watching from, okay, so I would see the numbers while I was going on. I'd be like, oh, Amy. And I think, where's Ashley? I did.
We were like quiet with each other too, for like a couple weeks. We usually talk every day and we're just like.
We'll see. But all of those efforts that you put in were business building. And she got a chance to win something worth $799. Yeah, boom, boom. So these are what we're going to be going over all this week. The foundations of why you need the marketing, we've touched on this. Getting leads and getting business is not necessarily easy, guys. It does not come from the sky. It's, money doesn't grow on trees, neither do leads. It comes from you connecting with people and seeing if people have a need for you and what you can help them with. And it's you being able to articulate to them how you can help them. Do not assume when you tell someone that you're a real estate agent that they know what that means. So everybody has a different perception. Here's the thing. They might think Alice can only help them buy a house in Kansas. They might not even know that she can help them sell a house.
Actually, I have some of my uncles, great uncle, asked me, he's like, so can you help me buy a home or help me in Liberty? I'm like, yeah, I'm not Missouri. I can help you in St. Louis. Like, would it be the best idea? But we're not doing that.
At least done that. That was hard. But yes, it is up to you again, as the president of marketing, it's up to you to teach people how you can help them. That's why in my announcement strategy, you need to tell them, I can help you buy a house. I can help you sell a house. I can help you invest in real estate. Right. And I can help you with anything having to do with your home, even if now is not a time to buy or sell. So if you need to renovate a house, if you need repairs, I should be your go-to, but they're not gonna know that unless you tell them that. You have to educate these people. How many of you, Jeffrey, you have a teaching background. You are now to teach people how you can help them. That's your job. That's why teachers make really good real estate agents.
They do. There's certain backgrounds that just can really, yeah, Megan, teaching background and legal background. So the one who owns the leads owns the business. Be alert, proactive, and empowered with an ongoing dedicated lead generation program that combines prospecting and purposeful marketing. What questions do you have? What's going through your head?
I think that is the purposeful one. We can like grow a lot.
Throw mud on the wall.
And just hope like something's gonna stick and work. I think when you sort of purposeful, like have a plan in your marketing, that's when you start to see a little bit more growth.
And that is also why you have to track your activities. So you saw that I posted yesterday, the launch activity tracker. I need to see everybody's name on there, everybody's. Because if you're not tracking, you're not gonna know your results. And it does help us as coaches to know what you're doing, but it is really, that tracker is not you just doing it for us. It is you to become a business owner. Because business owners need to know what's working and what's not. Because we gotta stop what's not working or tweak it. Usually when you're new and things aren't working, like you do open houses and then you come to Megan or Angel or I and you go, it's not working. It's usually because we need to tweak what you're doing. Maybe you're not picking the right open houses.
Or what's your follow-up look like?
What's your follow-up? Do you have a system? Do you have a plan? What's your marketing of your open houses? Right? So most of the time when you're new, if a marketing or prospecting activity is not working, it's usually, that's why you come to coaches or come to me and let's talk about it. Because usually it just needs some more tweaking of things you just haven't experienced yet. Now, sometimes it won't be a match at all and just we'll say, hey, maybe we need to think totally a different direction. Mostly it's a tweaking of, it's mostly the conversations you're having with people. It's getting good at the conversation so that you can convert people. So like we talked about, marketing is passive lead generation. Prospecting is active. Marketing attracts leads to you. You're just hoping somebody reacts to your marketing. That's why if you don't have a call to action verbiage in your marketing, you're not asking anybody to do anything. You're just letting them see what you're posting. You have to be asking them to do something or offering them something.
Always.
Yes, when you're asking AI to create marketing messages or what have you, ask it to add in a call to action into your messaging. Otherwise, they're not going to take, very few are going to take action. So marketing can have a broader reach because you can do social media ads, that type of thing, and you can target what kind of audience you want. Prospecting, you're reaching out directly. Marketing is less personal, but it is scalable. And with prospecting, that's personal connections. And the prospecting most likely are the most immediate results because you'll know if somebody needs you or not, if they have a housing need or even thinking about it. That's why with the marketing, you're hoping they're going to come to you. Here's what you don't want to have to do. That you actually planted a seed in somebody's head with your marketing and they didn't come to you, they went to some other agent. And it happens and you'll be like, dang it. Build brand awareness with marketing. Again, what kind of agent, what kind of business? And prospecting though builds relationships. And I will tell you what the business you're in is relationship building. This business, for the vast majority of us, is not transactional. Matter of fact, I think that's the most exhausting form of real estate is being transactional, meaning I just want the next deal. I just want the next deal and not building relationships because, well, I will tell you this, the gold in this business is what one person in your business world, one client can do for your entire business. Because one person is not just one person when it comes to business. One person can turn into many people when they refer you or introduce you to other people. They can be instrumental in the building of your business. So you want to build those relationships so that you're their go-to person. The marketing advantage, it leverages your time. You are a business of one. This business can be very isolating. And that's why we have the launch community, because this is a hard business to get off the ground all by yourself. You need support, encouragement, structure, and accountability. You may not feel that you need those things, but I'm going to tell you right now, you do. Because being self-employed is lovely and dangerous. Because some of you, the people who are not with us this morning, made a decision to maybe feel like it today because you're self-employed. When it rains outside, when it's storming, I won't see as many people. Well, it's raining. I don't want to get wet. I'll just go online. That's okay. But remember, that's that flexibility. People get into real estate for freedom, flexibility, and financial opportunity. Why do you think they don't, the majority of them don't hit the financial opportunity that they had hoped to? Too much freedom and too much flexibility. They put no discipline in there, no structure, and they decided I'll do that tomorrow. Well, every day you put off real estate, you've put off making money and being successful. So you can make that decision to not show up for a week. But if you didn't put in the work to cover that week off, then you're going to come back. So I was gone for almost 3 weeks. That's a long time. I have goals I have to meet. I have to have appointments. Just like you have to have appointments, I have to have appointments. And I had to look at where am I year to date. And when I left, so I'm coming back without having appointments in all of September, but I'm at my year-to-date goal. But I was purposeful before I left, knowing I had to hustle to get that done. Does that make sense? You have to think the same way. Expand your reach. That marketing helps you be more places. It helps you manage your time and can give you more leverage. Like you'll see me on social media a lot, but a lot of my posts are pre-scheduled. So I can have all of those things, all of those emails you got from me every Friday. I created all those before I left and my assistant sent them out. All those social media posts you saw from me, I created them and I scheduled them to come out this day, this day, this day, this day. I managed my time and my leverage so that the messaging and everything that I wanted you all to be exposed to, just because I wasn't here doesn't mean that you shouldn't have all that information, right? And then I had amazing coaches and my assistant who helped while I was gone. That's the type of business. The way I was running my business is the way you need to be running your business, is using it at that level. Because Ashley, when you start getting transactions, start getting busy, is it easy to keep up with everything? No. No, there's not enough of you at times. And also, like I said earlier, it creates warm calls. If you've been doing marketing, like your announcement strategy, and you're sending it out and you're sharing it with people, gives you a great reason to follow up and say, hey, did you see my news? I did that crazy thing. I got my real estate license. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wanted to share it with everybody. So marketing, and here's what I love marketing. So if you ever want to brainstorm marketing ideas, that's kind of something I'm really good at. Because I start like learning about Anna and Wyatt, my brain starts going, investing, ooh, my seminar. I start thinking of all those things you can do already, small business owner. Ellie, small business owner. My brain just goes. Marketing benefits that transform your business. Reason to connect. Again, did you receive the marketing report I sent? Did you see the invitation to my investing seminar? I just sponsor them. They are yours. I want you to say my offices. I want you to say my investing seminar, because it is. Own it. I just do everything that all you have to do is invite and show up. And then maybe bring an appetizer or help the evening of, but that's the cost of admission. And I think that's pretty darn reasonable. Memorable follow-up. Can I tell you how impactful? Most of you probably don't handwrite notes, do you? Sometimes.
It is, are you going to talk about the impact of the handwritten note? Because I just told my mom this weekend, even just having my name handwritten on envelope will make it go faster.
Yeah, it will. I want you to think about it. Because the times change as far as what marketing's effective and what isn't. Used to be, remember I said catalogs in your mailbox? Everybody sent catalogs and it was our junk mail. What's your junk mail now? Email. Right? So getting in somebody's mailbox makes you stand out because it is not crowded like email is. So that's why when we're going to be talking about more about marketing on Thursday, that's the reason you have to do marketing in a variety of formats and mediums, because not just one works. And if you do only one in a repetitive manner, then they get numb to it and don't even see it. Just like you do in your own emails that you've seen, that you get, right? So you've got to mix it up, and that's what we're going to talk about. So that's what we will talk about on Thursday. I want you to read the materials, because if you read the materials before class, then you're more likely to participate because you'll know what we're talking about. So that's my goal, is to have you always read the materials before the class. We're going to get ready for the business meeting. For those of you who, anybody have questions about what we've talked about this morning or observations? How about online? Tell me something you learned. I want to hear 2 things that you learned from 2 people. The what? Consistency and persistence. Thank you. If I can hear that from your lips in the future, I'll be so happy. Okay, on Zoom, tell me something that you learned.
I think it was more about
Consistently
what?
posting on social media about marketing.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I feel like I've heard all these things, but just like hearing it live, obviously I just hear these things about live.
Yes.
The past. It's not about like learning, just like hearing it actually in person.
Yeah. And then now we want you to go do. Okay, who, Hark, was it you online? What'd you say?
I said consistently having a schedule about posting marketing material online. stay on top
Consistency
of
with
mine.
his marketing material. Thank you. Okay, you all on Zoom, jump off of this, get onto the office Facebook page, join us for the business meeting. And thank you guys for being here in person and on Zoom. I appreciate it. I will see you on Thursday. Hey,
Thank you so much.
thank you.